is located at 509 South Huron Highway, and their number is 928-267-3411.
And thank you to One Tom Plumber for sponsoring our KRIM Community Spotlight program. Good morning, Rim Country. Chris Higgins in the KRIM studios this morning, broadcasting live from the Sawmill Theater Complex. Hope you're enjoying your Tuesday morning, and hope you, and I want to apologize, I was going to say hope you had a chance to watch the Longhorn volleyball game last night, but unfortunately the internet service in Thatcher at the high school was not the best, so didn't get a really good stream last night, but our Longhorns won in 5 sets. They won that 5th set, and exciting match. So I did record that, and we'll be posting that to the KRIM page. So I hope you enjoy that 5th set, and again, apologize for the live stream not working like it should. Have another match Wednesday, and it's here at home, so that should be much better. Anyway, this morning on our Community Spotlight program, we're going to be talking about this year's Gem and Mineral Show, brought to you by the Payson Rimstones. And in the studio to share with us just a few rocks from, I know, his collection and what will be available on raffles and as prizes at this year's Gem and Mineral Show, Rollo Poole. Good morning, Rollo.
Well, good morning, Chris. Thank you for having me.
Oh, you're so welcome. Thank you for coming in, and I encourage everyone, if you're listening on the radio, watch our live stream on the KRIM Radio Facebook page, because you will get to see all of the different rocks, fossils, everything that Rollo brought in this morning. It's always a great show when we're talking about the Gem and Mineral Show, and that is this weekend. It's Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and it's at the Mazatzal Hotel and Casino in the main ballroom, and there is so much going on. There's vendors, there's rocks, fossils, jewelry, a lot of great activities for kids, fluorescence, there's auctions, raffles, demonstrations. So you really want to get out there, and I know you will enjoy. You don't have to be a rock hound. You don't have to, know exactly what you're looking at, because that's one of the great things. The people out there are happy to share with you what the rocks are, the fossils, and so on. So
right. That's exactly right. Last year, after we did our show, I come about the 3rd Tuesday of every September here. Mm-hmm. We got 50 new members.
Wow!
At the show.
That's great.
We're really happy. Our membership in the last year has gone up 50%.
Wow.
The year before it was up 40%. So we're over about 320 members now.
Wow, that's
so we're a
great.
Powerhouse.
There you go.
We could be a political bloc. I don't know.
No. The Payson Rimstones. If you want to join, that's a good point. How would someone join, or if they're interested to learn more about your group?
They can just go to the website. We're the cheapest date in town. We're about, for an individual, it's about $15 a year. If you join at the show this weekend, you get an extra 3 months of membership.
Oh, nice.
And then families are more, couples are a little bit more than the $15. But it really is simple. You can go to our website, just Google Payson Rock Club.
Yep.
And it will come up.
It comes up, yeah, rimstonesrockclub.org.
Yes.
And here's the site, and it has about us, field trips that you do, the shows, meetings.
Yeah.
So you have monthly club meetings.
Yes, we do. We have, in the library, we meet on the 2nd Wednesday of every month, and we have a guest speaker. And we've had everything from college professors to, we had the woman who is the general manager for the Four Peaks Amethyst Mine. She was there in June, and we have other speakers. Sometimes we have club members that will demonstrate something or talk about something. So we have a variety of things. But the thing I really want to emphasize is that we're really here to share information and to share everybody. You don't join a rock club if you don't want to share. Otherwise, you just go out by yourself. But we have people. We have about 10 geologists now in our club. Wow. We have one working paleontologist who we've been on a couple trips with. And we try, and if you don't know what you're doing, we have a lot of people. In the last year, the people that have joined by and large, they're new to Payson, they're new to rock collecting, and they have no idea what the difference between granite and amethyst, for example. And we'll teach them, and it's not that hard. The other thing is you get outside.
Yes.
And what we go, the places we go, we use Forest Service land, we use BLM land, we go to private ranches with permission. We have private museums we go to that you don't get access to at general public. So we have a variety of things to offer. We do 2 to 3 field trips a month. And sometimes there's a little more, sometimes a little less. And we work with several other clubs in Arizona so that we can offer our members more trips.
Wow. So, yeah, the Gem and Mineral Show coming up this Friday, Saturday, Sunday at the Mazatzal Hotel and Casino. What are the hours?
Well, they're different every day. So
Okay.
Friday afternoon, 1 to 6. Saturday, regular workday, 9 to 5. And then Sunday, it's 10 to 4. And then we'll be doing the raffle closing. We'll probably close at about 2 o'clock on Sunday. But I really want to emphasize kids, because the kids 13 or under 13 are free.
Okay.
Adults pay, but every cent that they give us goes towards scholarships. So it's not like you're giving it to me to fly around, go collect more rocks. It goes to our scholarship funds. And this year, we gave $5,500. Next year, we plan to give out $7,000 in scholarships. And that's pretty much money we make from our Gem and Mineral Show in September. But as far as the kids, again, back to the kids, we have about 5 different activities for kids, from spinning a wheel, and it's better than a slot machine. Every spin gets a rock.
Hey,
You can't lose, right?
No,
and so kids love that. We have a treasure hunt. We have arts and crafts, and like I said before, we had gold panning, and then we have a jade carver coming back for his 3rd year, and he sits there all during the show, and he just carves jade figures.
Oh wow. That sounds interesting.
And he's a veterinarian, is his job, but he likes to go to rock shows and demonstrate his skill with carving jade.
Oh,
so that's kind of cool too.
Yeah. So you have quite a few rocks here today. There's probably some that people will recognize from looking at them. Obviously, you already mentioned Four Peaks and amethyst.
Well, this isn't from Four Peaks, but that's the kind of rock you'll find there. Amethyst is a kind of quartz, and they find this particular piece is probably from South America.
Okay. Gotcha.
And that's where a lot of the stuff you'll find in rock shops and at Gem and Mineral Shows comes from Uruguay and Brazil.
Brazil, yeah.
But the Four Peaks mine is the only amethyst mine in the United States, and it's still operating, and it's good, and they offer tours.
I know one of our locals here, Sue Malinsky, that her family used to own that.
Oh, right.
And she has Four Peaks amethyst down at Western Village in her store, and so very recognizable. But some of the other ones, what else do you have here today?
First of all, this is a local catch. This is from Forest Lakes. There are several abandoned sandstone quarries in that area, and we go to the Forest Service in Overguard. I get a permit to collect actually two tons.
Wow.
For about $10, and then we're allowed to go into the old quarries and collect more than the normal collecting limit.
Yes.
So this is a sandstone, and it's abandoned. It's swirled. This is the side I saw, and when I turned it over, it's like artwork.
Yes.
Isn't that crazy?
It really is. Yeah.
Yeah, all the swirls. So that's something, and we do a trip there in a couple weeks. But other things that we're going to have at our show, the amethyst here. Am I going to be too far away from the mic? This is our poster child from this year.
Oh, yeah.
So this is not a local. This is about as far away as you can get. This is rainbow fluorite from northern China.
Oh, wow.
It's only found in this combination in one place in the world. And I actually got this down in Tucson. And we'll cut it, and I'll polish it up before the show, and it'll go on our display for our raffle items.
So you got it from Tucson at a show in Tucson?
The Tucson Gem and Mineral Show is it's a whole month long.
Okay.
And so you go to vendors, and if you're with a rock club or somebody else, they'll sometimes give you a little bit of a deal.
Okay.
But this stuff it's amazing. If you hold it up in the light,
Oh,
You
yeah.
can see through it. It's like stained glass.
Yes.
It's very fragile. You drop it, it would probably fall and break into about 10 pieces.
Oh, wow.
So it's not something
And
you toss
that's
around.
fluorite.
Fluorite, yes.
Fluorite. All
And
right.
that's a mineral that's a rock that's found here in Arizona as well. Another one that's going to be raffled is this is always kind of a cool thing to show. This
Yeah.
is from Africa. We find these in Arizona as well. They're usually in a sandstone, so they don't polish up like this one. An ammonite is an old, if you look at it, it looks like a nautilus.
Yeah, yeah.
But this is hundreds of millions of years old.
Mm-hmm.
So that's a real fun piece, and this will be in our raffle as well.
Wow.
Let's see, I've got.
And then something else from Arizona. I know we were just talking about it before
Right.
the show, where I traveled through this area yesterday.
Right, this is peridot, depending on what part of France you're from.
Oh, okay.
And we have made connections with a quarry owner, or permittee, tribal member, and he allowed our club to go to his quarry in May and collect buckets of this stuff.
Wow.
And what they do is, the workers there screen the peridot, and they will get the bigger pieces out that they'll sell for a much better price. And we take this. This shows you the basalt, that's the dark rock on that.
Okay.
And it's usually found with a lava.
Yeah, I was gonna
Yeah,
say
so
this
this-
lava looks.
So yeah, when you're there, when the first time I went there, I thought it was like moss.
Yeah.
This whole quarry was just covered with pieces of this.
Wow.
Really green, but that's something, and some of the vendors buy it like this and sell it. I actually put a little bit of lacquer on it to keep it, because this will peel off.
Okay.
But anyway, peridot is the August gemstone.
Yep. Yeah.
And
yeah.
so, but it's the largest quarry, the largest area that's mined for peridot in the world is right near us. It's just south and east of Globe by about 20 miles.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that's a cool thing.
That is really cool.
This one is everybody's likes. You know that one, don't you?
Obsidian.
Obsidian.
Mm-hmm.
And we go to several places to get that. That one came from up near Flagstaff. We go a little bit west of Flagstaff, and then I've cut it to make some slabs off of it. But it's a very interesting rock, and again, it's just found right on the ground.
Yes. And did you polish this at all?
No.
Or it's naturally
That's the
this
natural
smooth?
polish, yes.
Yeah.
If you cut it, some of the insides will be a little bit dull, and then you can polish that. But when it breaks, it's often very smooth, like it's glass.
Yes.
Yeah. So,
Wow.
yeah, that is
That's very interesting.
another
Obsidian.
local one. I will, on this one, pretty blue rock, this is chrysocolla. Chrysocolla is often found with copper extraction. Another copper rock here. You can actually see the copper in this one. But we go to several places. One is south of Superior. We go to a Sarco property. They'll let us collect their chrysocolla and copper-related rocks if we don't litter, which is not a bad. That's a pay. And that's pretty easy. And then we also this particular one came from a mine south and west of Phoenix called the Rowley Mine, and is an active mine. We pay them so much per person, and then we get 2 or 3 hours to go collect anything we want. And it is good. Once it's polished, it's just beautiful stuff. People think it's turquoise. It's not.
Yes.
And you might find a little bit of turquoise in it, but usually it's chrysocolla and azurite is the dark blue rock. But yeah, so this is one that I've cut and polished a little bit. So there we go.
Yeah. And then you also have fossils.
Oh, I forgot. I always forget fossils. It's like, well, but when I find stuff like this, and when I take it back to our club, and they go, "Wow, where did you buy that?" And this is one I found up above Strawberry.
Wow, above Strawberry, really?
And it's a sponge. And it's about 300 million years old. It's older than you and me times what?
A few.
A few.
Yeah.
But it's a sponge, and that's the way I found it.
This is how you found it, just
Yes.
like this.
And it was I had to walk 10 feet from my Jeep to get it.
My goodness.
I don't know how long it had laid there and how many people had driven by it.
Yes.
And I eventually will polish it and make it nice and shiny.
Now it's on both sides, so is the
This was like a bowling ball, you know, if you think of it.
Okay.
And this was a piece that broke off.
Yes.
And it just got sand and grit that, you know, made it a little bit smooth on one side.
Yes. Yeah.
So it is a fossil from here, and it's about as big as you'll find. I went back after, when I go and I find something, people, wow, that's really great. I'll go back there 10 times, and I did.
Yes.
And I didn't find anything. I didn't find the brother, the sister, the mother.
That was it.
There's going to be something. There's going to be one every year. We get a new crop. The monsoons, the snow melt, and and the erosion. We
And
get
it
this.
exposes different
Right. So this
rocks.
is just right above Strawberry,
Wow.
up on the rim.
Yeah.
The other one that is interesting rock, very soft rock, is marble.
Mm-hmm.
And this is found near Superior.
Mm-hmm.
It's a rainbow, you know, people make countertops out of it.
Uh-huh.
It is a common, there's an old quarry down there. It's on Forest Service land now, and we go down and chip away at the ledge and bring these pieces home. And eventually they'll polish those too. I have too much fun picking rocks.
Yeah.
You know, I've got the tools to cut and to polish and tumble, and every time I get a chance, I'm out collecting rocks.
Collecting. So, how many? You probably have quite a few rocks at home.
Yeah, I have quite a few rocks at home.
Where do these?
I'm lucky I have
Where do you keep the rocks?
I'm lucky I have 3 acres.
Oh, okay.
And so I have lots of room yet.
Okay.
But what I've started to do is put them in piles, and I have probably 40, 50 piles of rocks from an area. Like I'll go to an area and then I'll leave there and come back and put more rocks there. Like Agate Mountain, which is just south of Star Valley, I'll go up and then I'll put the stuff in the same pile. Eventually I'll do some real planning and do some landscaping with them.
Gotcha.
But yeah, so.
But for right now, it's just the
It is, yeah, it's kind of like hoarding, you know, it's a kind of people say, you have fun rock hounding. For me, it's sort of obsessive compulsive. And so I wake up and I gotta go get more rocks, you know, but I love that Arizona. We're just blessed to have so many areas and so close, as close as Shoe Fly.
Yeah.
I said Agate Mountain. Rye has a lot. Then we go just north. This is the Strawberry one is about a 30-minute drive.
Yeah.
And other rock clubs, they have 2 hours every time they have to go out to find someplace.
Wow. Yeah.
So anyway.
No, this is it's great. And all right here again, talking with Rollo Poole, a member of the Payson Rimstones. And you can find out more about that organization on their website, rimstonesrockclub.org. Open to anyone that would like to join. Check them out. They have monthly meetings at the Payson Public Library. And this weekend, it's a great opportunity to talk to members and see what they're about when you attend their Gem and Mineral Show, Friday, Saturday, Sunday at the Mazatzal Hotel and Casino. And information about that show also on their website, and some great pictures on your website as well about or showing the different rocks, fossils, minerals, everything that will be on display. And kids, again, kids love rocks. Kids love to see and touch rocks.
Oh, sure.
And you said there'll be demonstrations, there'll be things for kids. One of the things, I think you mentioned the kids really loved fluorescence.
Fluorescence, yeah. And here's just one sample of one of the 10 or 15 rocks that we'll have in our display. This is called Uperlite.
Uperlite.
Uperlite, if you've ever been to northern Michigan,
Okay.
you're a Uper. You live there, you're a Uper. So this was this combination was sort of coined from that area, but it's found all over the world. And when you put a UV light on it, I don't know if the folks at home can see that, but it glows a beautiful orange.
Wow.
It's got 2 different minerals in it, and one that fluoresces and one that doesn't. But this is one that will show up in daylight. We have others that don't show up unless you put them in a dark area.
Yeah.
But there's some rocks that we have that will glow.
Just looking at that, you would never know.
No, you never would. Yeah, you never would. It's
Wow.
So anyway, fluorescence is something that, you know, even old people can have new hobbies, and a lot of old folks like really collecting fluorescents. We're going to go out to a fluorescent mine in November.
And where is that?
That's near Wickenburg.
Wickenburg, wow.
We go out at dusk, get to know where the land is, and then when the sun goes down, and we put our lights out, and it's like Easter eggs everywhere. It's incredible.
Wow.
Yeah, so that's one of the things. So people come to the other thing we've done new in the last year is we started classes. We do cabochon making. If you've ever had a bolo tie or you've had a pendant, that's cabochon making is one of the skills you need. We also do wire wrapping, and that's taking a rock and wrapping it with wire. And then we do some introductions to rock polishing and so forth. So that's been a new thing we've added. And some of our members, we don't have a club shop, but people have been doing that at their homes. So I wanted to mention this special guy too, if we could do that.
Oh, definitely, yeah.
This is the little brother of the raffle item we're going to have on our show. This is from the largest assemblage of pre-dinosaur footprints in the Western world. It's in Snowflake.
In Snowflake, wow.
A retired lawyer from Chicago moved out there about 3 years ago, started walking around his property, and he saw these little things that look like handprints. Here you can see, it's probably not very good on the TV, but here you can see fingerprints here.
Yes.
Paw prints. So that's that. We have a 75-pound slab of this that we're raffling off for our education programs. This is a unique site. We've been out there as a club probably 3 times. He doesn't charge us to go out there, but he likes it to be a club and not people just dropping by.
Yeah.
But it's just, and he being living in the inner city in like a big city like Chicago, he's new to the dinosaurs too. He's had the University of New Mexico, a museum, come out and collect things to take to a museum in New Mexico. There's been a scientific paper written out of it. This is really a major find, and our club gets to go out there and watch. He's probably unearthed 500 or 600 plates like this.
500 to 600
plates, yeah.
Wow.
And so when he brings them back up to a flat area and he lays them out as if they were, you can actually see where the dinosaur was walking across the mud.
Goodness.
Yeah,
that is cool.
And again, 240 million years ago. A long time ago. Crazy, isn't it?
Wow.
Yeah.
It certainly is, and you get to, and that's one of the raffle items, a larger one.
The larger, it's going to be a special raffle item. It was 75 pounds, so I didn't want to bring it in, so I saved my energy for the show.
Yeah.
It's big. It's been in our house for a year. I'm kind of going to miss letting it go, but it is a fun. You might find one of these in a museum. You might find one. You might be able to see one and photograph one. But this is an opportunity to own one, and it's a legal transaction too. And you can't go on public land and grab dinosaur fossils and bring them home. You have to let them go.
And so, how does that raffle work? Is it tickets?
This one is
buy tickets.
This one is We have raffles for these other items. We have 14 other items that are in one display.
Okay.
And people can buy tickets and then drop them in the jars for those.
Okay.
This one's going to be just $110 tickets.
$110 tickets.
Yeah,
right.
and so and again, it's not this one; it's his big brother.
Yeah.
I have to use a little lift to get him across my living room.
Yeah.
But it's got 2 paw prints on it, and then, like I said, it's got a fossil, a plant, a reed or something on the top of it.
Wow.
It's pretty cool. I think I even have a picture here.
All right, and this your club does raise money for scholarships.
Yeah,
and there's scholarships for science, technology, and engineering, and math students.
Correct.
Students.
College students, and last year, or this year that we gave out the scholarships, mostly medical related fields.
Okay.
We've had very few that are paleontology or geology. It's just not it, but and that is something that that's our footprint. But anyway, so all the proceeds from this, we also give money each year to the Payson Library and the Pine Library for buying science-related books. And then we go to those areas that we put on programs as well. So that is not a full, that's not life size, that's a reduction from what it
Yeah.
is. But it is, it's a big piece, and like I said, I don't know any other rock club or rock show that's had one that's been raffled off.
Mhm.
They might have one in display, but
Yes.
this is a chance to own something that is really unique.
Wow.
Yeah.
That is, and again, only 100 tickets
Yeah.
being sold. The limit is 10 tickets per person.
Yeah, because somebody could say that's worth more than and they just buy all the tickets. So
Yeah.
we're gonna let at least 10 people buy it, and then probably more.
Yeah.
And every ticket is 1% chance to win.
Yeah, no,
Yeah,
that's
not-
great with
not
only
bad
100.
odds.
Yeah, only 100 tickets sold.
So,
That's
yeah.
great. And again, tickets will be available at this year's Gem and Mineral Show. It's this Friday, Saturday, and Sunday at the Mazatzal Hotel and Casino. And can you give the times one
Sure.
more time, Rob?
It's Friday 1 to 6,
Mm-hmm.
and then Saturday 9 to 5, and then Sunday 10 to 4.
Mm-hmm.
And it's at the casino. Friday is a $3 admission for adults, and then Saturday is $5. And if you get a ticket on Saturday, you can come back Sunday for the same.
Oh, okay.
And then Sunday is $5 as well. So when we raise money for that. Again, everything goes toward those scholarships. So
Mhm.
we don't have any overhead.
Mhm.
We get free space at the library for our meetings. We pay for locker rent, and we pay for some insurance, and that's pretty much our big expenses for the year.
Gotcha. And again, the Payson Rimstones monthly meeting is the second Wednesday of each month, and that's at the Payson Public Library. And the board meets first at 2 p.m. and then the general meeting starts at 3:30 p.m. And as you said, there's usually presenters, somebody presenting at the meeting on different topics. And you said over 300 members now. Or right around 300?
Yeah, 2 years ago we were 110, 12, 15 members, and now we're 320.
320
Yeah.
members, that's great.
Yeah, it's growing, and again, it's not so much people think, oh, you gotta be a rock, you gotta be a jolly. It's really for anybody that likes to be outside.
Mhm.
And we have couples that go, one of them's a collector and one of them's not, and they just like to sit, hang out,
Yeah.
enjoy the afternoon.
Yep, and the calendar, your calendar's online here and pretty active. I mean, with trips, like you
Yeah.
said, to different sites. This month, field trip to Forest Lakes, as you said, to Sandstone. Looking at getting some sandstone, that's on the 25th. And then Mingus Gem and Mineral Show is next weekend.
Yeah, there are 21, 22 rock clubs in Arizona, and all of them have a rock show.
Mhm.
And so we're just one of those, and ours just happens to be the third week in September, and then there's one right after that, and then I think the one before us was in August at Prescott. So Sholo has one, Globe has one, and then all the places out in western Arizona as well.
Gotcha. And then a field trip to Bluebird Mine for fluorite.
Fluorite.
So, and that's what you showed, the one
It's-
that you have
it's-
from China? Is it
yeah.
similar to that?
It's not this pretty. What it is a barite is the host rock, and the
Okay.
fluorite's mixed in with that,
Oh,
and
okay.
it's a dark blue purple when you
okay.
put the light on it, and it
Okay.
looks like ugly white rock when you see it just laying on the ground.
Uh-huh.
But this was an old fluorite mine, not being used anymore. I think
Mhm.
it ran for 40 or so years. And we go out there, and some of the sites we go to are not for everybody, because this one needs high clearance.
Okay,
And some of them have, for people with mobility issues.
yes, yeah.
We have to be careful of that too. So, but we try and get everybody out.
And with this one,
Sure. How we doing?
how about this one?
Well, these all came from the same area. One of my favorite areas in the world to pick, which is my world, is New Mexico and Arizona, is Apache Creek, New Mexico.
Oh,
There's
okay.
a deaf youth camp there
Mhm.
for deaf students, youth students, and they have a summer camp. And I usually stay at their ranch, and then we go up on pick on the mesa above there.
Mhm.
And these are some that we found in the last year. This looks like a big dinosaur tooth, doesn't it?
Oh, wow, yeah.
Yeah, and we find little ones, beautiful rocks. This is one that I cut for somebody in our club that doesn't have a saw.
Mhm.
And so anyway, you find big pieces, not so many big pieces anymore, but you'll find, these were all found within the last year. But yeah, so we've got, it's an agate.
Agate,
And an
okay.
agate is usually a band, you can see the bands in it,
Right here,
right
yeah.
there, and the
Oh,
bands,
right here,
yeah.
Yeah.
So, It could be a bookend. We'll see what she wants to do with it. But anyway, so you don't see very much until you cut into it, right? And then you just cut into it, and it's just this beautiful. See,
Wow.
this is our secret juice.
Okay.
You know, this is water. We always carry water when we go out because you spray it on things, and this is how it'll look when it shines.
Oh,
You know,
okay.
something, yeah. Same with the fluoride too. If you put it on there, so when you polish it, you get the nice glassy shine.
Yes, from that special juice, water.
Water.
H2O.
People go, oh no, it's ice water. It's really water. You can drink it if you want to, but yeah. So that's one of the tricks. Getting into rock hunting is cheap. A rock pick is $15. A pack is $20. You don't need a pack. You can use sacks if you want to. Tennis shoes, you know, and a hat.
Yeah.
You know, so it's not like you got to go out like golfing. You know, and you got to spend $1,000 on clubs.
Yes.
We get it pretty cheap.
Yeah. But you might require a few acres to put all the rocks on.
If you get obsessive about it, you're going to have to get a bigger property.
Yeah. Yeah, you have to let people know about that, because I can see where once you get out and you start discovering, you know, the different rocks, what they look like, you're probably looking all the time, and you end up, you know, driving and you come back with rocks in your vehicle.
Well, the other thing that we've been lucky, blessed to have, is that we've had big donations from people that have collections. And we're often getting called, oh, you know, somebody died and they need the rocks cleared out. Raise your hand, we'll be there tomorrow. You know,
I can do that.
yeah, and that's how we get a lot of rocks as well. I mean, we've
Gotcha.
had one place we did in Payson last year. I think we had 30 truckloads, pickup truckloads of rocks we took out
Oh my goodness.
that have been collected. Yeah, a lot of rocks.
Wow. Well, that is great.
Too much to think about.
Oh, well, again, you don't want to miss this year's Payson Rimstones Gem and Mineral Show. It's taking place Friday, Saturday, and Sunday at the Mazatzal Hotel and Casino. Again, there will be vendors, a bunch of rocks, fossils, jewelry, a lot of fun for the kids, different activities, fluorescence. There's auctions and raffles, and again, the special raffle is authentic dinosaur footprints on a 75-pound fossil plate. Only 100 tickets sold for this, $10 a ticket, limit 10 tickets. So somebody's going to
be happy.
Oh, very happy.
Yeah, very happy
Yeah,
that
with
they
that.
spent $10 and they got a reward. So anyway, and
Yeah.
come to the club table when you're out there, because I'll be there. We'll have a lot of these rocks that we'll be showing, and we can talk about things we do.
There we go.
All right.
And learn more about, again, the Payson Rimstones, if you're interested in finding out more about their club or possibly joining. The website is rimstonesrockclub.org. So thank you, Rollo, so
You're
much for
welcome.
coming on this
You're
morning.
welcome. I love to come.
Yeah, it's great. It is great. And thank you, everyone, for watching and listening this morning. Again, don't miss this weekend's Gem and Mineral Show. That's Friday, Saturday, and Sunday at the Mazatzal Hotel and Casino. Time to get back to the music now with some Talking Heads, Huey Lewis in the News, Cutting Crew, and more. But first, let's get a quick update from the National Weather Service.
All right.
With this morning's
KRIM weather forecast for Payson and surrounding areas.
All right, see you guys.
Just Corey over.
Tuesday, sunny skies.
For your Tuesday, sunny skies.